Right, let's start in a second. Hopefully this is fine. Alright, so today special thing we have, yeah, we're gonna be building this, or actually this. Let me just get this back, the whole thing in frame. Today we're building this. This is from the series, well, PatLabor. PatLabor? This is PatLabor. I think it says PatLabor and this PatLabor? Labor, I don't know what. Anyway, Patrol Labor, that's the show, and this is the Brocken Labor, which is one of the enemy, not the enemy, the antagonists, or the bad guys. Schaft is the, one of the recurring, antagonist in this show. This is the Brocken Labor. It's a military mecha. It's number 3 in the lineup. These are very, very old. It's a kit from 1989. Built another one not too long ago, which I think was even older than that. Yeah, made in Japan. This is like classic, very old. Has an inner shell, or inner frame kind of. It has rubber parts. I don't know if this melted or not. It's very, very old. So this is the, yeah, this is, I'm very excited for this kit. They started like redoing them recently. Not Bandai, other manufacturers starting like creating somewhat high grade kits, but these are still feel better because they have like the rubber housings, actual rubber. Like the newer kits, like it's all hard plastic. It doesn't hit quite the same. There exist like master grade versions of PatLabor. I keep saying PatLabor, I don't know why, because like I guess when I was a kid I used to say that. But PatLabor, Patrol Labor, we have like the main AV98 Ingrams, and also the Griffin as master grade. Sadly, we don't have like that Bandai would have made like so much if they just kind of just like made all of these as master grade or even better. Yeah, it's number 3. Like the box art, if you look closely, it's hand drawn. Well, it's not been printed obviously, but like the original art is like hand drawn because you can see the brush strokes and everything. So it wasn't like drawn on a computer. It's not like computer generated images. So yeah, this is the 1/60th scale model kit. Lots of stuff written here. The for production use, whatever it says, official code type 7B/2B. It's a Brocken and Fulan Battle military device, SEE, Schaft Enterprise Europe, because PatLabor was like, I mean, it's mechas and stuff, but it was a grown-up show. Kids watched it, but it has like it had very grown-up themes. Just watch the movies. Just read the manga. I mean, even the anime, like the original run and the OVAs, and I think PatLabor for TV was, I think, called. They all had like very grown-up themes of like industrial espionage and all that. They have like blinkers and a license plate. That's like fun. These are basically vehicles. They're not just mechas. They're like integrated into like the law and, well, whatever road laws, because they do go like on the road and other places. They don't have wheels, but they are still considered vehicles. They like have license plates, and yeah. So even this one was like a prototype thing that's like performing covert operations, still has a license plate that give away like who built it. So, and blinkers on the back, like I guess brake lights and whatnot. So that's the thing I liked about these mechas. Yeah. So enough of that. Let me just get a screenshot. Hello, Marcel. How you doing? Just give me a second here while I have a few things. I need to post a few faces. All right. Hello, Marcel. How you doing? Oh yeah, I see you replied. Hold on. Let me just. I need to adjust this a bit. Yep, we're doing great. Well, fine, I suppose. Yeah, we're gonna build this thing. All right. So we looked around the box. we saw this cutout thing which shows like the inner frame. It kind of worries me because this is it's a bit fragile. This is a very old kit. The plastic is very old. They do reprints, but I'm pretty sure I had this one for like almost a decade now. So I don't know what's in the box. Hopefully it's still buildable. It does not have a lot of moving parts, which is a bit sad. I feel like, okay, this thing I think doesn't have a pilot. I don't think it even has like a pilot seat. It's like an AI powered thing. Yeah. So the thing about PatLabor is like you had teams of like AI and like training models. You had the data, the model for the AI was the most important part, not the processor and stuff, just the training data. So yeah, AI has been around for like, I don't know, as long as computers has been around, math has been around, I guess. The idea isn't new. We're just getting a bunch of crap today. Alright, so let's open the box. Let me just adjust this a bit first. Alright, let's get this open. Brocken labor. Brocken. It's German. It's Schaft Enterprise Europe. So their German division, I think, built this. Flip. Nice. So the nice thing about these very old kits is that you get a poster. You basically get a full, like a poster, because that's what we did back in the day. We displayed posters of things we liked on the walls. I don't think kids do that these days much. Everything's on their phone. They don't really like display things on the walls much. That's like a very 90s, 80s, I guess early 2000 things to do. You get a full, like a nice, large, very like, well, it's like you can tell it's like it. You can see like the pattern of the canvas here. I don't know if you can see it, I don't know. I don't know how visible it is, but you can kind of see like you can see this is printed obviously, but the original was like hand painted, because you can see the pattern of the canvas underneath, like there, like it's very visible. Like they drew this on as an actual painting, and this was like a picture was taken or something, and then it was reproduced. So like this is like, yeah, pure vintage. It's like people made things by hand. This is like something truly beautiful. We got some stuff here. NATO is mentioned for some reason. I guess they were trying to sell it to NATO. I have no idea. Probably some detail about the Brocken labor. It's a military labor by Schaft Enterprise. And the instructions, all the instructions on the back of the poster. All of it, the whole thing. It's like very few steps. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did like the Helldiver. Yeah, there's a Helldiver labor, military labor. Also, I did. It also had like a nice. I don't know what part. I probably put it in like somewhere safe so it doesn't get broken. I need to look it up. I'll try to find it and put it next to it. I haven't finished it. It's still unfinished, unpainted and stuff. These do require painting for a little bit, and I think we are provided either with stickers or maybe decals. We'll see. Probably stickers. This is still sort of a high-grade kit. You got some like nice, decent, basically hand-drawn again. Like computers existed. Like it is shown a lot in the series. There were lots of computers involved, but it was basically like sci-fi stuff, the future essentially. But yeah. You have some nice concept art, well, diagrams and stuff. The weapons it uses, which looks like a weirdly flared machine gun or shotgun. Or it could be a flamethrower. Now it says 105mm, probably like something with bullets, and it connects to the thing over there. So yeah, very few runners, but enough, I guess, to build this. Okay, let's stop gushing over those. Let's try opening some of these. These are vintage things. And if you're new here, do like, subscribe, and all that. If any new viewers have joined us, hopefully. Oh, hold up. Need to be careful to make sure, because we have a rubber hose here, which I'm guessing is an attachment for the gun. We have some polycaps. That's almost all the same kind of polycap. Polyethylene from, I don't know what. This is probably the date it was stamped in 1990. Oh, okay. It says the date here is 1989, so it may have like been like not the first run. Clearly not, because like if I had like a first run of this, I'd be like not building it and trying to auction it for like a lot. Well, maybe not. I might still build it someday, even if it was like a first run original 1989. I would build it and ruin it for all the people who like hoping to buy it. So you do have stickers, thin stickers, look at that. Not foil stickers or anything, thin stickers. German crosses there, well, Germanic kind of things. And a bunch of like coat of arms, all kind of menacing looking. Or is that a cat? Let's say it's a cat. Probably a lion of some sort. SE here for Schaft. This also says Schaft there. 80. Okay, that's not good. It says 88 right there. You know what that means. German company has 88 on it. Germany crosses. What the hell have I started to build here? I mean, they are the bad guys. Kinda makes sense. Don't promote me or anything. Anyway, so now we also have the pantaloons for the kit here, rubber. I hope it's not sticky. Oh, usually these come like on a runner, not detached already. This is different. I built a few of these before, and the pantaloons usually come like on a runner. You have to then, it's like a rubbery runner, but this one has, and it's a bit sticky. Okay, it is sticky. Well, yep, it's all stuck together. Doesn't help that we're in summer right now and temperature is a bit higher than usual, so it might make this a bit stickier. Pantaloons and elbow guards, well, elbow things. So we will have to like cut like holes here and there, like the butt here and the crotch or the legs, to kind of poke the various bits and bobs through. Okay, just make sure this thing doesn't stay too sticky. Let's put it somewhere over there. Don't try not to like, they're a bit sticky and like fuzzy, so I feel like it's gonna like gather a lot of dust. Let's take a look at these pieces. It's very simple. There's no, sadly, it's not. But I do feel like there's another high grade that comes after this. Higher. I have all the high grade kits, all these kits, this series of kits, the old PatLabor kit. I have all of them. I hope. Do I have number one? What did I even build number one? I need to look it up. I feel like I might not have it. If I don't, I'm gonna get it. But I do have number 2 and number 3. This is number 3. I do have number 4, 5, 6 maybe. I need to double check. Up to 8 to make sure I have all of them. Then I'll build all of them someday. But yeah, it's like, it's a bit scratched. I mean, it's quite old. You can see like on the back here, the scratchings of the router bit, or wherever, like chisel, how they like carved these. because you don't need it to be like polished on the backside, so why bother? It's very nice. I'm just inspecting the parts, make sure we're not missing anything. Nothing fell off. You basically have these two here, which are joined together, and it just was snapped in half. So 160 scale. Your runner, yeah, because the numbers line up. Kinda. It starts with 29. Actually, it starts here with number 1 and goes up to 28. 29 to 48, and then 49 to 67. So it's just like, these are very old kits, so they don't have different letters for the runners. The numbering just like increases. So let me just put those places. I might as well just nip everything. Where's my parts? Okay, there you go. It's my tools. That might be a bad idea though. Alright, so this first step, it says you will need scissors for this. It says to like cut off these parts, I guess where the line is or below it. I'm gonna refrain for a second. It says like cut out these parts with scissors. And I'm gonna refrain for a second. I'm gonna get these 55, 53, polycap B, 57. So we're building the arms first. Not a lot of people remember PatLabor, but it was a pretty good show. I mean, it's old, but it's a fun watch. $57, $56, basically both arms. This one shouldn't take long. I don't feel it will take very long. Buttery smooth cuts here. This is not like super dense polystyrene. Alright, so we need these. Now we need polycap B times 2. How am I doing for focus here? Not close enough. Alright, I might put them, well, I kind of want to paint those first before I put stickers on them. How am I supposed to paint them and then put the sticker? No, put the sticker, nah, we'll see. Very excited, as you can tell. I have, these are very rare kits that I have. I mean, they don't get reprinted that often. They should be in high demand, I feel. A lot of care is required because, well, aftercare, I guess, because this thing definitely, then we're gonna get like misaligned parts. And I don't know, I imagine you don't need glue for this, although I kind of remember building one of those and it did require a bit of glue. It's mostly like when you finish it up, you need to like use glue to kind of get stuff to stay together as tightly as possible. Alright, so you take this and try to figure out where this goes. There. So there with the hollow bit pointing back. This part here this? Yep. This part here with a hollow bit. This one, no, this one. This is 54 with 53 and then 56. They are like different. Parts. Just give this a little bit more care, a little more. I'm still using my old file here, but still. These are very precious. Nope, wrong one. This one. I mean, like this is a poster. I don't have any walls to put it on, but it's a poster. The instructions are a poster. I need to repeat that. Really good poster. I wish more people would feel the same way about this show as I do. They've been planning to like do a reboot. I mean, they basically got like Jakukes is a reboot of the old 1978, 1979 Gundam show with like some modern things. The protagonists are all female. Probably. I mean, we had the same thing with Witch from Mercury, kinda. Which is fine if you do it once and then you do it. I mean, well, I guess up until that point, all the protagonists were just like teenage boys. Got in the Gundam, went off to find some more child soldiers and all that, so I guess you gotta switch it up and have like just high school girls once in a while. High school girls who clearly do not understand law and order. Which was not the case of Noah, Izumi Noah, who is the female, well, the protagonist really, of this show. She's a cop. Not a very good cop, but a cop. Well, actually a very good cop. I guess probably became a cop for the stable government job. That's the thing about this show. It's like very grown up and realistic. So, do I really have to cut it all the way? It's like there's a line right there. Can I not just cut it at the line? I feel like if I cut it at the line, then it's gonna pop out. Like even if I don't. Okay, let me just try to do it at the line. Because the line seems to be a guide of some sort, so I'm gonna assume you cannot cut this with a scalp, not a scalp, an X-Acto knife or something, a hobby knife. You're gonna need scissors. But these are too squishy to be cut otherwise. That's what I miss about modern kits. Wouldn't give you stuff like this. Well, they do sometimes, but not a lot. They will try to, because it's cheaper to just like mold the plastic versus like molding whatever this is. That's a bit sticky too. It's melting a little bit. Not ideal. And we need, let's see, let's look ahead a bit. So what else do I put on there? Okay. Just pop that out. It's basically a big old dimple. Although you shouldn't cut your dimples. Not dimples. Zit. A big old zit. You shouldn't do that with scissors, clearly. Unless you're some kind of psychopath. This is difficult to cut because the thing is so sticky. Maybe I should use some. Well, they don't recommend using talc powder anymore because cancer or something. Alright, so we'll get that into there so that I'll try this guy putting a sock on. Very sticky sock. Like so. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't break. Do the same with the other one. That's a bit big. Oh well. Okay, I don't know which one is which anymore. Does it even matter at this point? I think not. It doesn't matter because it's covered, so why'd you have me do that? There's like two separate parts, like the back empty should be. I guess it's this one. Fine. This one goes there. And that one goes there. Okay. And that was easier. Alright, so these two parts, get rid of all the rubber bits there. Now we need 33, 34. $33, $34. Not, it's a bit difficult to figure that. Oh, there we go. $33, $34, $35, $36. Those are the shoulders. $48, $47. Nope, that's not it. And 48, 47. Yeah, it's very simple. Not a terribly complicated kit that we're building here. Oh, I guess we do need those. Never mind. Well, sure. Let's get those as well. There's only like, there's very few gates per parts, and they're all equally sized, which is nice. They're all the same equal size. There's no like giant ones randomly. At least that I can see, it's all like the same size. We also need 7/6 hands. Despite this being, did it have 5 fingers? I think it did. Like, if it is a mecha with 5 fingers. At least the main character ones, the manipulators, had five independent fingers, which was on purpose, so it could do everything the operator needed to do. And it had like tiny hands that came out of the larger hand, in the same way that Frankie has a tiny hand coming out of his larger hand for detail work. So if you're watching One Piece and you see Frankie with his giant hands having a small hand coming out, that's a reference to patrol labor. Or maybe it's not, but let's imagine that it is. Hands. Let's put those over there for a second. And let's build those first. Alright. So, we take this guy. Try not to confuse which one we're using. Alright. Do I even need to pre-drill this? I don't think so. I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, these are very old, so it might not be as accurate. Spriddle the outside a little bit. Just a little bit. This is gonna get glued together anyway at some point. Okay, so is it symmetrical? Let's see. Yes, it is. So it doesn't matter which one I use, I feel. Okay, so get that on there. Well, seems like it will only go one way anyway. Try to line it up somehow. Slice these a bit off, whatever the extras. There we go. We'll need some like gluing and like filing down to like get those two halves to perfectly line up, because it still has kind of a gap there that I can't quite seem to get rid of. Yeah, I might need to take it apart, file the connecting edges, because yeah, this part doesn't quite line up there. I need some glue to get that to fit. Alright, let's do the other side. And we also need polycap B again times 2. Is that right? Will not twist off easily, so we cut them off. And any other polycap does not seem to be the case. Okay, so maybe I do need to cut that a little bit more. Let's try not to rip this, that would be terrible. Alright, so it goes over there. You shall need sharp scissors for this thing. The longer, thicker piece is, well, what this part goes. Yeah, we'll need some glue down the road. Yeah. A bit gouged, I guess. Let's see here. It might be too dark. Is this black? It seems like dark blue. A bit too much. This is just for staining these a bit, hiding those defects. Like the sticky thing is kind of collecting plastic dust though. Alright, let's keep going. And then we need to put the upper arm like this. And yeah, just pre-drill that because oh, okay. Thing is on the outside. I'll just do a touch-up afterwards. And then we take these. These are like directly on the plastic. It's plastic to plastic, so it's a bit sticky. Be careful you don't snap it. That's the advantage of using polycaps. It gives it a little bit of bounce, a little bit of buffer, so you don't break something by accident. Yeah, kind of misaligned there. It's a little bit of... Actually, let's try a different one. See if that does anything. Twist. Stab it and twist. Well, I didn't even need to do that. I said to put the polycap on here before you put it on. You didn't have to. Or did they? I guess they didn't. Hopefully I'll take the same one. Wait a minute. Can I? I guess I cannot. It has to be one or the other. You cannot have. Where's the other one? Yeah, quite a bit of misaligned parts there. You're gonna have to like file that a lot, like reshape it. Which I'll probably do some of the time. Let's do the other one. Now we need to pick a hand, I guess. You have lots of choices. Taking a minute, I understand, but trying to enjoy this a little bit. Very nice. I mean, simple, but it's nice. Yeah, a lot of like filing, cleaning up, adjusting, gluing, all those things are needed here. Like there's like clearly it's like it does not align. There's like a clear thing here. I wonder if it's nope, it's the same on this one as well. It's not like I can just swap out these parts and yeah. Alright, so arms. Let's just put all the rest of the hands kinda together. We got this, but I'm assuming that is not how it goes. There we go. Like this. And it's old school. As in very old. Doesn't quite connect for some reason. We'll sort it out once we get to that point. You get two hands, gun hands, so you can have like dual wielding, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't quite connect here. Probably should pre-draw this. And then you have one regular hand, one punchy hand, a fist. Oh no, it actually has a hole in here, so it's probably for holding something. Not sure what yet. Hello, Goblin Jack. The best. Hold on, I need to put some timestamp on this thing. Oh, there we go. The best? I don't know. I mean, they are master grade kits of this, and there's they made a PatLabor, and my fingers are blue. A PatLabor live action movie. That one is very good as well. It's a 135 scale kit. Oh, it's 148. I think it's 148. That one's pretty good from the live action movie, also by Bandai. There's some newer ones that I've been hesitating to buy. One, because they're very expensive, and they don't seem... I mean, I probably should try to get them. But these old ones, these are from like early, like from the 80s. This is like a kit from 1989. So, nearly 40 years old. It's simple, but it's still decent. You still have like a fair amount of stuff. I mean, you're gonna have to put some work into it to get it like all cleaned up and nice looking. But yeah, there's like more modern ones that are like Aoshima or Max Factory or some other manufacturer had been doing, not Bandai, which is kind of a shame. And for now, we're not touching this. Alright, we move on to the legs, feet. Alright, so we need 28. It's times 2, I'm assuming. Oh, we did left and right separate. 20. Oh, the feet are asymmetrical. Well, symmetrical, but not the same. Therefore, 28. We need 19, 20, 18. So these guys. But yeah, the master grade kits still, they're old master grade kits, but they're still a decent build. They're old master grade kits, but not that old. Like, you can still feel that, yeah, definitely master grade. But they only have like, they're all free. There's like the first three master grade are basically identical, and I think there's a fourth one, but I don't. There's 2 Griffin labors, aquatic and flight type, and then there's 3 AV98. And you're probably gone. And I'm just talking to myself. Kind of sad nobody's gonna eat. Don't really care about this. It's like a nice little, it's like a different, like the pegs here have kind of this gap, which I'm guessing is to like reduce friction. Like if you had like one single, like just a hole, like there would be like more friction. Right now it like reduces the contact surface onto the peg, so when it rotates or whatnot, it's not as bad, I suppose. Let's do a double nip on these. Okay, I take back what I said about large gates. We got a few here, or just the one, or the other. What else do we need? Let's put 5 and 6 at the same time here. So we need 63, which appears to be this one. What else do we need? I think that's it. Polycap A times 2. Polycap B times 4. So this here, polycap A on which side? This one goes there. That one goes there. It's like very few pegs. I feel like it would be like way more. Like at least 3 or 4 pegs per part. For something this side, there's only 2 pegs. Oh, you need some stuff. There we go. .63 onto this part, so then take these guys and we shall need this with, let's put our polycaps into here first, times 4, very solid knee here. Well, that's 4 small polycaps, I guess. It's, we'll see how it goes. That's a problem with, like, well, the problem with like vintage kits is like there's a finite number of them at this point. It's like some of them are like extremely rare and impossible to find. I think Bandai is the only one really who, like, the only ones who like will reprint old kits. so you still have a chance to get old kits for a decent price, whereas most of the manufacturers will just say nope. Or they will like do a reissue and like mark up the price. Now with whatever tariffs we're getting, it's gonna be more expensive even. I guess survive 4 years or something. How many years are left? 3 years? Well, more than 4 years. Although, if history is any indication, I feel like the next administration is just gonna keep those tariffs around. They did that the same thing with the China tariffs before. Didn't remove them. Alright, so we got something. Does require a bit of cleanup here. You can clearly see the seam that needs, like, this is like the old kits. They would, seems like these would be very visible. Modern kits will try to make an effort of hiding the seams, or like having like a whole part on the front that like covers everything, or even on the back. This one doesn't care. You fix it, it says. Alright. Now, I need to get this piece off. Try to file it to match the curve. Did I do this one? Nope, I did not. Well. Try to get it without breaking anything. Alright, close enough. Just wiggle that in there. We'll glue that later. Anyway, we got two lower legs. Now, for the somewhat tricky part, like the inner skeleton is like basically sticks, which make it prone to breaking. Because I've had another kit like this just break. Like the hip broke. and that's it. Can't do anything about it now. Like, you've already put all the like rubber housing around it, so there's nothing. You can't reach in, you can't fix it, you can't undo it, especially after you've glued everything together and the hip just breaks. I bought the kit again, so I may build it again someday. Not even looking at the numbers anymore, kind of just guessing, because there's very few parts. It's kind of obvious where things go at this point. Oh, it's like a M60? No, M60 is a grenade launcher. I forget what these called. Giant guns used in Vietnam out of helicopters. I think Rambo holds one at some point, just shooting people down. It's an M something. M34? No, that's not it. Alright, then we got a little thing here. What is this? 13. I would have missed it. Alright, that's all this runner. Let's just put all these over there for later use. We got a number 13. Do I need this just yet? Not sure. Where do we put this? It's a tiny piece here. It was labeled 13. Can't find where it would go. Nope. 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 It's not used. Maybe that's an Easter egg. There's like a tiny piece here, number 13. It's not used anywhere. Maybe in the head. No, not the head. Nowhere. Hey, I guess we found an Easter egg here. The piece was labeled 13. And if I look down there, yep, it says 13. But I can't see where it's actually being used. It might be here. 14, 16, 12, 17, 3, 42, 60, 58, 41, 52, not in the arms, because we already did those. We only have one of those. Not in these parts, because we already built those, and there's only one of these. So it would be inside, it looks like. Yeah, I can't find it. Got number 13 not used anywhere. This is 2 and 4. Wait, number 15. Oh, look at that. This thing isn't 2 slices, just the one piece. Oh well. Either we found like a fun little thing about this. Hello John, how you doing? So either way, yeah. We found a fun little piece here on this kit that is not used anywhere. It's number 13. And other fun things about this, it says 88. This is a German. Story-wise, it's a German labor mecha, so yeah. And just give me a second here. Alright, let me just put these away for a second. Put these up there. These are all for the weapons. Alright, let's build this. This is like the inner scalp, the hip bone essentially, which is prone to breakage. Alright, so we got this part here. There's a larger part and a thinner part, so you won't confuse which one goes where. And then we need 24 and 25. So this one goes in the back. This one goes in the front. I should hopefully not break anything. I pre-drill a little bit. Okay, hopefully. No need polycap. Doesn't say. Looks like a polycap. Polycap A, I'm guessing. Oh, it does say polycap A. Never mind. I didn't see it. The little line here that says polycap A. Alright, so we do this. Times 2. I'm gonna have to get a bit creative there, like, because you need to slide this inside the pantaloons. You do that, do this, and you get your pantaloons there. You actually need to cut these now. We're supposed to cut these and these and these. It's a bit sticky. It's rubber, quite old. From not 1989, probably 19. Well, I'm guessing early 2000s because Bandai does reprint those. Alright, so the trick now is to slide it through here. And this one got stuck. So hopefully gently without this slipping out. And you gotta, and come on. Gotta have to hopefully not rip this, poke a hole in it. Already got so far. Okay, so now we're gonna have to somehow get this. Oh, I guess we can do it. So like so, you get it on there, and you kind of unfold the pantaloon down there. Okay. Pantaloons on. Now the problem is, which way am I? Okay, this is front. The smaller piece is front, the larger piece is back, I'm assuming. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird thing here. Now, we need 42. I'm gonna get all the rest while I'm here. Including the head. Gonna nip a little bit of extra here. So we shall need all of this in a minute. It has antennas. Nope, it had, well, I guess those are antennas. This was the 80s. It was very common, I think all the way through the 90s, for robots to have rabbit ear antennas. Because satellite phones were a thing, and like the ultimate high-tech gadget with rabbit ears. I remember like a modem which looked like a rabbit. Not sure if it was satellite or not, but it had rabbit ears. Any fun weird part on this thing? Nope. Alright, so we take this thing. This is the back. This over there is the front. Or is it the back or is it the front? I think this is the front. Alright, so put that on there. Try to get that to fit. There we go. Tree drill a little bit, just a smidge. And this one has a bit of flashing on it, so it's going to be a problem. Try to get that onto there, and then we can push it out. So connect that, and then try to get that pantaloon kind of stretched out so it doesn't look all weird. Just stretch it out a bit. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's like it's a bit awkward, like the positioning of these things. And then we have to figure out a way to get these out. Weirdly positioned nubs there, which are inside the channel. Might be able to do something with this. Nope. Different shaped needle files for different tasks. There's like carving tools as well. I've seen like all sorts of fancy carving tools showing up. Other people using them. Might need to get one of those myself. Yeah, so now you put your blinkers on there. Turn signals, which are these, I think. Do I want to do that? I kind of want to like finish it completely first, like polish it, clean it up fully, then I'll do all these things. For now though, let me see if this works at all. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Why would I think that would work? Of course it does not work. Doubtful. This is just a preview. I'll just let it dry for a second. And do a second coat. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, it is. Thought it wouldn't mix, but I guess it's fine. You can do like decent results with paintbrushes. You don't just need to apply multiple coats. You don't need multiple thin coats, which you kind of do the same with airbrushes. There we go, close enough. All right, close enough. We don't put the license plate here. There's a few like extra markings which you don't see. You don't see those extra markings. It's just like you see those, maybe not. You don't even see like because this is supposed to be something that's like doing covert operations, so it didn't have any markings at all in the anime. It was just like blowing shit up without a license. So it's weird to have those things here. I don't know, might be something else in the story that I haven't seen. Okay, so carefully, I probably should have done this first. Which one goes in first? Okay, from the back. Okay, probably should file that. There's a bit of flashing here, so we get rid of that. Check this one too. Alright. Okay, so from the back. Just make sure it's clear and not pinching into the thing here. There we go. Yeah. Surprisingly, it's not, the paint isn't scratching off as much as I thought it would. Coming out. There we go. Hopefully you got the... Well, it should be fine. I mean, you got the front and back thing on correctly thanks to the different size pegs in the pelvis bone. There we go. gentle. Go. Okay, what else? Okay, let's just leave that alone for now. We'll put that in the corner. Let's do the chest, which is easy enough. Famous last words. Alright, so we need these things and this thing times 2. Just pop that on there. Pop that on there. Pop this over here. Just wriggle that in. There we go. And same on the other side. Just wriggle. There we go. And just a little tiny bit of clean up here and there. Probably not necessary, but whatever. Alright, the problem is like when I finish it, I'm gonna have to take it apart, and that might break something. Alright, so this here goes in there. These become our arm holder thingies. They're very like cheap on the polycap part. Like they don't want to use too many. Which is why the guy used this trick here where the peg has a, I guess, something to allow to like extra tolerance, like flex, I guess, to like flex out a little bit. And then you pop that on there like so, and you just pop that on. Okay, maybe I should. Yeah, definitely should. Let's try that again. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. This one definitely is gonna be a problem. So let me just loosen that up a little bit. Let's try that again. Let's put that like this, because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, that's very, very tight. Might be a problem down the road. It's gonna need, yeah, a bunch of cleanup, filing, what have you. We're gonna save that after gluing to do all the extra cleanup. It's like in a weird tight position there. It's a bit hard to reach. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get in there and scrape it out. It's definitely, I mean, if anybody's still watching, nobody. That's fine. I was gonna say, everybody used to watch PatLabor a little bit. It's like turn A, I guess. There's some pretty good lines. Like the movie gets all philosophical on you. especially the third one. The second one too. And the first one. It's good stuff. These need to be painted, probably. Do we have a paint guide anywhere? No, we don't. Okay, no, it's like it's a stealth thing, so probably no painting. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the bare minimum, I guess. Just so it looks half decent. So we need the last polycap. There we go. And trim that off. Very gently rub that out. Wait, was it the Phantom label or was it the Brocken one? I think the Brocken has a pilot. The Phantom doesn't have a pilot. Talking out loud to myself. Oh, what the heck? What is that? Yeah, I put it wrong. Ah. I figured that out like too late. Stab it, twist it. And a twist here. Come on, get out. Stabby, twisty. Stab, twist. Stab and twist. Yeah, it's supposed to be flat like that. Otherwise, it's gonna migrate a little bit. There we go. And back to where we were. Alright, so we got the head here. Oh, we actually need these things, which I forgot on the back. Like this. Very simple. Yeah, a lot of like the parts don't line up perfectly. A bit of work is needed here. Yeah, I can see like the line here doesn't. It is the same on both, so this wouldn't matter which one I used. Well, actually, maybe it does. Who knows? Let me see. Probably not. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Let me just try that out. You got a minute? Twist. Let's see here. It might not even fit. Nope, it doesn't fit. Well, it's not gonna work, so forget it. But yeah, it does not line up perfectly. It's like a little bit of extra there, so you're gonna have to do a lot of filing to kind of get that. Let me see. And basically this, to kind of like make the shape be flat, unless it wasn't meant to be flat, but I feel like it should be anyway. Just make these kind of line up to some extent. Alright, anyway, let's put that in there, which is, it's weird antennas, or might be exhaust or some kind of weapons. Alright, so we got all the, well, almost. The last piece is this one, which is this plus that. That's for the hand holding it. Yeah, I think like it's the Phantom that has the no pilot. The Brocken is a production model, so it probably has a pilot. Or could be remote, I forget. So I'm not sure if this is a machine gun or what. I think it might be a machine gun, not a flamethrower like I initially thought. It's hollow on the back, which is kind of disappointing, but we'll give it a pass because it's a very old kit. Then you have this thing. Oh, that's where 13 goes. It's right there. I misread it. Okay, so that was wrong to say we have a piece that does nothing. It actually does something. Hey, Works92, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Do like, subscribe, all that thing. Today we're building PatLabor from a kit from 1989. The Brocken labor by Schaft Enterprise. We got a tube, which I'm guessing is a power feed. Assuming this thing is like pneumatic somehow. Let's just do a quick. Oh, well, I guess I can do that. This is black, so I can easily just cheat a little bit and just paint this just to hide some imperfections while I'm here. This is just like a preview paint. I'm not doing anything excessive here. I'm just like, I'll properly paint this at some point. This is just a preview. It's not a full paint job. Anyway, we actually finished building all the parts, it seems. So we even got this here piece. Wait, is that the right one? That's a bit floppy. That's the thing about older kits, like you see these in older Gundam kits, like early HGUC, even like stuff that predates HGUC. Okay, wait, no, never mind. It is floppy. The weapons don't like fit snugly in the hand. They kind of fix that later, but like these older kits, you definitely see the stuff like that where the part doesn't quite fit. So we're not gonna use this one actually. I'm gonna build this. So yeah, hello Works92, how you doing? And like, subscribe, and all that. So mention this again. So we get a nice poster with this kit from 1989 because it was 1989 and people back in those days put posters on walls. We didn't have like screens everywhere. We didn't have like photo frames, which were just like which were basically like small screens you could just move around. Like people actually put posters on walls. I don't know if they still do that. I feel like kids these days, they don't do that. They don't put movie posters. That used to be a thing. Movie posters, concert posters, generally just artwork on the wall. And this is a piece of art that we got in this kit. You can tell, like I said, you can tell it's art because it is beautiful and it is magnificent, and it is a knocked it over. Alright, so anyway, we finished building all the parts. We reached this end here, so we're going to assemble, reaching the assembly part and review section of our show. So we got all of these. I like kind of vaguely painted some parts on this just to, because I'm not putting these on here. Mostly because it's German labeling here, which is a bit suspicious. We have the license plate though, SE and Schaft somewhere to like I guess because these are basically vehicles in the story. They needed license plates to be legal. Alright, so we start with feet. Let me just get in focus. Feet and legs. Chest. Gonna be a bit difficult, this one. Because we kind of need to like the flared bit needs to stay flared, and there's nothing really like helping you keep it flared. I don't know how it's gonna look. Hopefully not too awful. Yeah, it's gonna it ended up looking awful. Well then, you're gonna have to like kind of help it along a bit. Like that, kind of in there with its rabbit ears in the back. Now arms, again same deal, with the rubber hosing here, or the housing I mean, which adds a nice little effect. Like, you don't get that in the newer kits. The newer kits built by other manufacturers just use solid plastic everywhere, so it's not as... It doesn't have the same vibe. Let's just put it that way. It's not the same. It's a very simple thing, though. It's a very simple kit. It's not terribly... Probably less than an hour. Oh, 2 hours, what the hell? Where did time go? I was just probably just gushing over this thing. Oops. Well, let's pretend I didn't do that. The arms are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which one you use where. There's not too much to worry about. And finally, arms, and finally, head. There we go. Brocken labor built. Very nice. Well, it's simple, but it's nice. I'm trying to get the, I'm gonna find my Helldiver. I'll just do a comparison with the Helldiver for a second. So I think the last 160 scale PatLabor, patrol labor kit I built. Alright. This is also Patrol Labor 160 scale kit Helldiver, which has like a lot of nice details too. Like it's, and it had this little gimmick here where you can like, that's the air brakes when it's landing. When it's, basically these jump out of the sky. They have parachutes, they have things to help with the descent, and a huge... well, I did a review of this already. This is like more detailed in a way compared to that one, and these just like, I think, jettison after you land. So then this is the yeah, that's the landing gear. But basically, yeah, this is Helldiver. I'm gonna put it away. Military, the good guys, essentially. The good guys, as if. And then we have this one. So yeah, still kind of floppy on the thing here. You will need this way. All mechas are right-handed. Never really met a left-handed mecha. Maybe they exist. Like special. So, I mean, yeah, let's do a quick review though. You do have this thing which attaches to this part, and then you can have it do its thing. So yeah, it's a very simple kit. Like I said, compared to the Helldiver, the previous kit in the line, it doesn't. This thing has a bunch of gimmicks and attachments and things, and like clearly very detailed landing gear and all that. So it is, well, I wouldn't say a step down, but it is somewhat simple, kind of not as feature full. For even the feet are, I mean, because it's like, it's a polished machine, so you won't have like bits and pieces just like poking out, I guess. But overall, like, it's not too, I mean, it's a sleek looking thing, at least for 1980s standard of what mechas should be in for that grade of kit. Like, it doesn't really have much by way of head movement. It has this little antenna things, really. That's about it. Like, the rest is just very simple thing. You still have the same, like, rubber housing here, like to protect the joints and whatnot, because this is the real robot. This is like not super robot territory. This is like real robot, because yeah, these are meant to be realistic machines as was imagined in the 1980s, because back in those days, like, technology was like really like machines regular. Oops, something just broke. I hope not. Felt like something just cracked. These are very fragile, especially on the hip, so you have to be careful nothing breaks. I hope nothing broke, because I already have one of these that broke. Let's just leave it alone, because I feel something cracked. Hopefully it's just things settling in and nothing actually cracked, because that would be, doesn't feel like anything. Well, maybe. Let's try the other side. Yeah, they both do the same thing, so they kind of slide because it's a very small polycap and it's not really holding a lot of weight. So let's just not play with it too much. The troublesome thing with the rubber housing here, it's like it kind of deforms a bit much, and since there's not, it's basically hollow, it just flops around kind of. It's kind of not very, and the hip is very, lots of movement here. Can I even? Yeah, I can. So yeah, the hip has a lot of like play to it, so you can do all sorts of poses. You can't really bend the torso forward and backwards because that would crush the pilot. But you have lots of movement here. You even have like some... Hey, look at that, the wrist even... Well, you can't Yeah, you can't do like a full arm bend, but you can. Your arm can't bend all the way, but it like kind of get. You can't even scratch yourself, which is, yeah, fine. Oh yeah, they're doing some kung fu there. So then we just put. Let's try out this big gun here. So we need to like swap out the hand. This one is fairly self-obvious. This small gun, nothing fancy about it. It's just a giant machine gun which fires bullets the size of your head or something. Because this is the 135 scale, so it is quite large in reality. And we just push that in there. I try at least. The legs are kind of just migrating. So we have to make it go out and away for it to even fit. How am I supposed to get that to even? Like it's supposed to be. Like to get it to even. I guess like that. You're gonna have to be careful with this thing because the joints are kind of stiff and at the same time kind of loose. Like the plastic on plastic joint, very loose, no, very stiff. The polycap joint's kind of loose. Alright, so we got this and that. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. Yeah, it's not great. Let's be honest. I didn't think out the angle for this. I cannot figure out like what angle I could possibly, well, maybe like this, I guess. For it to be like somewhat straight out. Or even like aiming at anything. These kits used to have like their legs like this, just pointing in very opposite directions to be all cool. Yeah, there we go, the Brocken labor. Trying to do something with this gun. Hopefully something didn't break in here because I'm gonna be upset if it did. It seems a bit too... No? It's the same. So, I don't know, either they both broke equally on the other side, or it's not broken and it is working as expected. Alright, so we got this thing. Yeah, it's like, it's a very simple kit, there's nothing complicated about it. It is just a very old kit that will require some care to make it look better at its best. It comes with stickers and markings and stuff, and I'm like suspicious looking markings here because this is a German. In the story, the company is called Schaft, and they are German. Like it's a German word. I'm not sure what it means. It means something. Not quite sure what. I can't remember. Yeah, this one is put together better. Like the quality, I mean the the things it does, definitely better. They put more effort into this one. But yeah, we got this one built today. And it was okay. I mean, it's more like nostalgia factor really than anything when you're building these. Can't remember how kits used to be. Modern stuff wouldn't allow like such crappy fittings. And this angle here is like not okay. Can I even? I guess I can't. I guess it's not great. Like it's supposed to be like a right angle, but I can see like it's a messed up angle. I guess we're gonna be. That's good enough for a pose here, just like for today. So yeah, that's the build. This is the Brocken labor. Schaft Enterprises Europe military labor, as seen in Patrol Labor, the TV show, probably the OVAs, maybe in the movies, I can't remember. They're usually the bad guys. And that was the build of it. It's not too bad. I kind of like painted some stuff, not much, but just a little bit. It's more of a preview paint than anything. Normally you should be using the yeah, it's like doesn't seem to be, because the polycaps, the ankles are kind of weak, either because the polycaps are very old or it's just doesn't kind of loose fitting. I think it's plastic on plastic. Hold on. Yeah, it is a polycap in the ankles, but it's a very small polycap. Polycaps in the ankle are usually kind of big. This shows here we only use polycap A here, so that makes no sense. Because yeah, you would kind of need like a large polycap. Usually, I mean, at least like somewhat. Kids from the like 2010s, 2000s basically would have like larger polycaps in the ankle because you need to support most of the weight there. So this one has a very tiny polycap in there. It's kind of balanced right now, but it could easily fall off. But anyway, yeah, we got this thing. So we're just gonna leave it like that to do its thing, to be displayed, and turn around a bit. Alright, so that was the build of the Brocken labor, number 3, Patrol labor. That's the old Bandai kits from long ago. This kit is almost 40 years old. Why the crotch? Because that's where the power line is. Where else would you put the power line, Marcel? So let me just not do this. This one here. It's kind of stuck anyway. Let's do a different pose because it looks weird. To like adjust it because the hip is very floppy. And try to figure some nice somewhat interesting pose there without looking too dumb. It does look a bit dumb. Yeah, the problem is like the arms are somewhat... Are you supposed to use the other hand? Nope, that's the right thing. Okay. Let's just use that instead. That's a bit less weird. Just a little bit less weird. It's kind of dark. What gives? I guess it doesn't really pick those colors. But yeah, we built it. This was 1/60th scale Brocken labor Bandai kit from 1989. Looks a bit weird, I'll admit it, but the point of this kit isn't, well, it's old, and because it was number 3 in the line, maybe they didn't give it as much. It's like it's the antagonist, one of the antagonist mechas, but I guess it doesn't show up as much, or decided not to give it as much care, so it ends up looking a bit weird. But the nice thing, you get like this poster. Well, not that, I guess. Yeah, it just needs a bunch of care, I guess, and you have to like paint it a bit, polish everything, glue everything. Be very careful with the hip because it can break. The whole inner frame is like very fragile. It's not a kit for playing with. It's just for display. You like figure out like which pose it can hold, and just keep it at that, and try not to move it too much because it will over time kind of break. It's kind of disappointing they didn't like do this. They didn't like give us like multiple, I guess can't even see it. Yeah, like this thing here, like this like brains of it with like a cap on top of it. That would have been nice. And the problem is like there's no master grade version of this kit. Now there might be like, might need to take a look at other manufacturers if they've updated this somehow. Which I doubt. It might be a bit simpler even. But yeah, I need to try to get my hands on some of the older... Not older, newer, I mean. Newer kits. Yeah, looks about right. I can't figure out why it's so dark. I guess my camera just doesn't like the color blue. Oh yeah, I finished the build, just getting ready for that. Alright, that's all we got for today, so thank you all for watching, and we'll be back Tuesday. Yeah, I'll do every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, try to build a kit. Yeah, we're back Tuesday for another kit. And yeah, I'm going to leave you with this Brocken 1/60th scale from Bandai. PatLabor on television. It's from that series. So yeah, go watch it if you ever get the chance. It's pretty old, so I don't think anybody will be mad if you just sail the high seas. I don't think anybody really. Yeah, camphor. Yeah, it's blue. It feels like the camphor, which is kind of like, that was the vibe. That was like how it, like many mechas of that era, we kind of had the similar design. So yeah, that was what we got. Anyway, that's it for now. That's it for me. See you guys later. Alright, I'm gonna let that spin for a little bit. Hopefully it looks good from all angles. Probably gonna look weird from some angles. Alright, that's it. That's enough for me. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice evening, night, morning, whatever you're doing. Like and subscribe, share, and all that stuff. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.